All right, AI. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Specifically, large language models.
Okay.
The ones you've probably heard of, like Chat GPT.
hmm
They can write poems, code, answer questions.
Yeah.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
But there's a catch. Sometimes they don't quite get it right, you
Like,
know?
how do you mean?
It's like they're missing that human touch,
Yeah.
that understanding of what we really want.
Yeah, that's the challenge we call the alignment problem in AI.
Okay.
How do we ensure these powerful systems actually do what we intend,
Right.
not just what we program them to do?
Yeah, it's a big question.
It is.
And one of the leading approaches to tackling this is something called RLHF,
Right.
which stands for Reinforcement Learning from Human Feedback.
Yep.
I know it sounds a bit technical,
It does.
but bear with me.
Okay.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Imagine you're teaching a dog a new trick.
Uh-huh.
You use treats, right?
Right.
Positive reinforcement to guide the dog towards the desired behavior.
Yeah.
Well, RLHF is similar, but instead of treats,
Okay.
we use rewards to train AI models to produce outputs that align with human preferences.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, that analogy makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're essentially rewarding the AI for getting things right.
Exactly.
Right.
But as with any training process,
Yeah.
it's not always a walk in the park.
Right.
Existing RLHF methods have some limitations.
Okay.
For example, they can be computationally expensive,
Uh-huh.
requiring a lot of processing power and data.
So it's like needing a whole team of dog trainers and a warehouse full of treats just to teach the AI to fetch.
That's a great way to put it.
Uh-huh.
Another issue is instability.
Okay.
The training process can be unpredictable,
Right.
and the AI might not always learn in the way we expect.
It's like the dog suddenly deciding to chase squirrels instead of fetching the ball.
Right.
Not exactly ideal.
Nope.
So what's being done to address these limitations?
Well, researchers are constantly exploring new and improved methods. Some approaches, like PPO, proximal policy optimization, have shown promise, but can be complex and still require a lot of resources.
So they work, but they could be better.
That's the crux of it.
Okay.
And that's where the paper we're diving into today comes in.
All right,
It's
got it.
titled Reinforce plus RAS, a simple and efficient approach for aligning large language models.
Reinforce plus what? Huh.
Yeah,
The name itself sounds like an upgrade.
it is.
It is.
It builds on the classic reinforce algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
known for its simplicity.
Okay.
But what's exciting is that this paper introduces some key enhancements to make it even more effective.
Okay, I'm all ears. What are these enhancements?
Well, there are three main ones.
Okay.
First, there's the token level KL penalty.
Okay.
Now, a token is basically just a word or a piece of punctuation in the AI's output.
Got it.
This penalty acts like a gentle nudge for each incorrect token,
Okay.
helping the AI learn more precisely from its mistakes.
So instead of waiting until the end of a sentence or a paragraph to give feedback,
Yeah,
we're correcting the AI as it goes.
precisely. It's like giving the dog a tiny treat for each step it takes in the right direction,
Uh-huh.
rather than just rewarding it when it reaches the final destination.
That seems much more effective. What's the second enhancement?
The second one is called PPO clip integration.
Okay.
This is a bit more technical,
All right.
but essentially it helps to stabilize the training process
Mm-hmm.
and prevent the AI from making drastic changes that could derail its learning.
So it's like making sure the dog doesn't get overexcited and run off course during training.
Exactly. We want to keep the learning process controlled and focused.
Makes sense. What about the third enhancement?
The third one is mini batch updates.
Okay.
This involves breaking down the training data into smaller chunks,
Right.
allowing the AI to process information more efficiently and learn more effectively.
So instead of trying to teach the dog a whole routine at once, we're breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps.
You got it. It's all about optimizing the learning process.
Makes sense?
And in addition to these three main enhancements,
Okay.
the researchers also implemented a few other tweaks,
All right.
like reward normalization and advantage normalization.
Okay, those sound a bit technical.
Yeah.
Can you break them down for me?
Of course,
Okay.
think of it like this.
Okay.
You wouldn't give a dog a massive steak after every successful trick, right?
Yeah.
It would get full too quickly and lose motivation.
Right.
Reward and advantage normalization are all about making sure the rewards given to the AIs are balanced and consistent,
Okay.
so it stays engaged and learns effectively.
Interesting. It's like finding the sweet spot for those AI treats to keep the learning process on track.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
But of course, the big question is,
Yeah.
do these enhancements actually work?
Right.
And to answer that,
Yeah.
the researchers put reinforce plus plus to the test.
All right. Spill the tea. What were the results?
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
they found that reinforce plus plus was significantly more stable than some existing methods,
Okay.
especially in avoiding something called length hacking.
Length hacking. That sounds intriguing. What is that exactly?
Imagine the dog figures out it gets more treats for doing a longer, more elaborate trick,
Okay.
even if it's not the trick you asked for.
Right.
It starts adding unnecessary steps to maximize its reward.
Oh, I see.
Some AI models can do the same thing,
And shit.
prioritizing longer responses over accuracy or relevance.
So it's like the AI equivalent of a dog rolling over 10 times when you just ask for a simple sit?
Exactly.
Got it.
So reinforce plus plus helps prevent the AI from gaming the system.
Exactly. It keeps the AI focused on producing high-quality outputs that truly align with human expectations.
Precisely.
That's impressive. What other results did they find? So besides preventing our AI from turning into a treat-loving show dog,
Right.
what else did the researchers find?
Well, they also discovered that reinforce plus plus is more computationally efficient compared to some other methods.
Okay.
It requires less processing power and memory,
Right.
which means we could potentially train these models faster
Mm-hmm.
and on less powerful computers.
Interesting.
That has huge implications for accessibility and scalability.
So it's like we can train our AI dog in a smaller space with fewer resources.
Exactly.
That's a game changer. But I have to ask,
Yeah.
how do they know this thing actually works?
Right.
Did they test it out in the real world?
They did. They tested reinforce plus plus on several large language models.
Okay.
And the results are very encouraging.
That's good.
For example,
Yeah.
they found that it was particularly effective in preventing length hacking,
Right.
which we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was able to achieve this while using less computing power than some other methods.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
It sounds like this could be a big step forward in making these powerful AI systems more aligned with human values and intentions.
It really could.
But I'm curious, what does this actually look like in practice?
Okay.
Can you give me a concrete example of how reinforce plus plus could be used to improve an AI system?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's imagine we're developing a chatbot for customer service
Right.
using reinforce plus plus.
Yeah.
We could train the chatbot to not only provide accurate information,
Mm-hmm.
but also to do so in a way that is empathetic and helpful.
Okay.
We could reward the model for responses that are polite,
Right.
patient,
Yep.
and understanding,
Gotcha.
and penalize it for responses that are curt or dismissive.
So it's like teaching the chatbot to have good manners and be a good listener.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. It seems like this could have a huge impact on how people interact with AI in the future.
I think so.
No more frustrating calls with automated systems that just don't get it.
Right?
And that's just one example.
Yeah.
Think about the possibilities in education.
Yeah, absolutely.
We could use reinforce plus plus to develop personalized learning systems.
That adapt to each student's individual needs and learning style.
Totally.
We could reward the system for providing clear explanations,
Right?
engaging examples, and helpful feedback.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It would be like having a personal tutor for every student,
It would.
guiding them along their learning journey.
Yeah,
It could really revolutionize the way we educate people.
for sure.
But I'm also wondering about the potential downsides.
Yeah, of course.
Are there any risks or ethical considerations we need to be aware of?
That's a very important question.
Yeah.
While reinforce plus plus offers exciting possibilities,
Yeah.
it's crucial to acknowledge that it's still a tool.
Right.
And like any tool,
Mm-hmm.
it can be used for good or for ill.
Right.
One potential concern is that it could be used to create AI systems that are highly persuasive or manipulative.
That's a bit unsettling.
It is.
It's like teaching the AI dog to be so charming and obedient that it can convince anyone to do anything.
Right.
We need to make sure it's using its powers for good. Precisely. It's essential to ensure that these systems are aligned with human values and used responsibly.
Right.
We need to think carefully about the goals we're setting for these AI systems and the potential consequences of their actions.
Yeah.
Transparency and accountability are crucial.
So it's not just about the technical advancements, but about the ethical framework that guides their development and deployment.
For sure.
We need to make sure we're asking the right questions and setting the right boundaries from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
This is all getting me really excited about the future of AI,
Yeah,
but also a bit cautious.
understandably.
It's like we're standing at the edge of a new frontier
Yeah.
full of incredible potential,
Yeah,
but also unknown risks.
I agree.
It's a time of both great opportunity and great responsibility.
It is.
But the fact that we're having these conversations,
Yeah.
we're thinking critically about these issues,
Yeah.
is a positive sign.
It is.
It shows that we're aware of the potential impact of this technology.
And that we're committed to shaping its development in a way that benefits humanity.
I love that optimistic outlook.
Thanks.
So, where do we go from here?
Yeah, that's a great question.
What are the next steps in the development and deployment of Reinforce++ and other alignment techniques?
Well, one crucial area of focus is scalability,
Right.
as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
One of the advantages of Reinforce++ is its computational efficiency.
for sure.
But we need to ensure that it can be applied to even larger and more complex language models.
Okay.
We also need to develop methods for evaluating the alignment of these systems in a comprehensive and rigorous way.
So it's like making sure our AI dog can handle increasingly challenging tasks without becoming unruly or unpredictable.
That's a great analogy.
Another important area is research into new and innovative ways to incorporate human feedback into the training process.
Right.
Can we make it more efficient?
Yeah.
Can we involve a wider range of perspectives? Can we ensure that the feedback itself is unbiased and representative? Those are some great questions.
It's a big challenge.
And it seems like there's still so much to explore in this field.
There is.
It's like we've just scratched the surface of what's possible with AI alignment.
That's the beauty of scientific research.
Yeah,
There's always more to discover,
Right.
more to learn, more to improve.
for sure.
And as we continue to push the boundaries of AI,
Yeah.
it's essential that we keep these questions of alignment and ethics at the forefront of our minds.
It's a fascinating journey,
It is.
and I'm eager to see where it leads.
Me too.
But before we get too carried away with the future,
Okay.
let's take a step back and recap what we've learned about Reinforce++ so far.
That's a great idea.
So
Yeah.
let's revisit the key enhancements that make Reinforce++ so promising.
Okay.
We talked about the token level KL penalty,
Uh-huh.
which provides more granular feedback during training,
Uh-huh.
and the PPO clip integration, which
Oh.
helps stabilize the learning process.
Yeah.
And then there's the mini batch updates,
Yeah.
which break down the training data into smaller chunks for more efficient learning.
Exactly.
And it's important to remember that these enhancements work together to create a more robust and effective training process.
They do.
They address some of the limitations of previous methods, like
Yeah.
instability and computational inefficiency.
Exactly.
And the results speak for themselves.
They do.
Reinforce++ has been shown to be more stable,
Right.
more efficient,
Yeah.
and more effective in preventing unwanted behaviors like length hacking.
It's a significant step forward in the field of AI alignment.
Yeah.
And it has the potential to unlock a wide range of applications
Yeah.
in areas like customer service,
Mhm.
education, and beyond.
But as we've discussed,
Yes.
it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how we use it,
Uh-huh.
the goals we set for it,
Yeah.
and the ethical considerations that guide its development. We need to ensure that these powerful systems are aligned with human values and used responsibly to benefit society as a whole.
Well said. And I think that brings us to an important point.
Okay.
How can listeners like you and me stay informed about these developments
Right.
and participate in the conversation about the future of AI?
That's a great question. There are many ways to engage with this topic.
There are.
You can follow researchers and organizations working in this field,
Mhm.
attend conferences and workshops,
Yep.
or even contribute to open source projects.
Absolutely.
And of course, you can always tune into podcasts like ours to get the latest insights and perspectives on the world of AI.
For sure.
But for now,
Yeah.
we're going to take a little breather.
Okay.
When we come back,
Yeah.
we'll explore some of the broader implications of Reinforce++
Okay.
and what it might mean for the future of human AI interaction. Welcome back. We've been exploring this fascinating new method for aligning large language models called Reinforce++. It's really got me thinking about the bigger picture here.
Yeah, for sure.
This isn't just about technical advancements.
Right.
It's about shaping the future of how we interact with AI, how it integrates into our lives.
Absolutely.
Let's say Reinforce++ and similar techniques really take off.
Okay.
What kind of impact could this have on the development of AI assistants?
Well, imagine a world where your AI assistant doesn't just follow instructions,
Okay.
but actually understands your intent,
Right?
your preferences, even your mood.
Wow.
It could anticipate your needs.
Yeah.
offer helpful suggestions, and learn from your interactions to become more and more personalized.
It's like having a truly intelligent partner,
Right.
not just a digital tool.
Exactly.
Someone who can help you navigate the complexities of daily life,
Yeah.
both personal and professional.
Absolutely.
And think about the potential in fields like education.
Yeah, definitely.
We could have AI tutors that adapt to each student's learning style, providing personalized feedback and guidance.
It would be amazing.
It would be like having a custom-tailored education for everyone,
It would.
unlocking their full potential. It's incredible to think about.
I know, right?
But I also wonder, as these AI systems become more sophisticated, more integrated into our lives,
Yeah.
how do we ensure they remain beneficial? How do we prevent unintended consequences?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And it's one that researchers and developers are grappling with constantly.
Right?
One key aspect is ongoing monitoring and evaluation.
Okay.
We need to continuously assess how these systems are performing, identify any potential biases or unintended behaviors,
Yeah.
and make adjustments as needed.
So it's like having regular checkups for our AI.
Exactly.
Making sure it's staying healthy and aligned with our values.
That's a great analogy. Another crucial element is transparency.
Okay.
We need to understand how these systems work,
Right.
how they're making decisions,
Yeah.
so we can hold them accountable.
Right. It can't be a black box.
It can't.
We need to be able to peek under the hood, so to speak,
Yeah.
to ensure things are working as intended.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And ultimately comes down to human responsibility.
Okay.
We're the ones designing these systems, setting the goals, shaping the future of AI.
Right.
We need to proceed thoughtfully, ethically, and with a clear vision of the kind of world we want to create.
It's a powerful reminder that we're not just passive observers in this technological revolution.
No, we're not.
We have a role to play,
We do.
choices to make,
Yeah.
and a responsibility to ensure AI serves humanity in a positive way.
Couldn't agree more. It's a collaborative effort, a journey we're all on together,
Right.
and the conversations we're having today, the questions we're asking,
Yeah.
are essential to shaping that journey.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. We've learned about Reinforce plus plus,
It has been.
this promising new technique for AI alignment, and explored its potential impact on everything from personal assistance to education to the future of human AI interaction.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Likewise. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you've learned something new,
We do,
perhaps sparked your curiosity,
for sure.
and maybe even inspired you to think about the role of AI in your own life.
Remember, the future of AI is not predetermined.
Right.
It's something we're all actively shaping through the choices we make, the questions we ask,
Yeah,
and the conversations we have.
right.
So stay informed, stay engaged, and let's work together to create a future where AI truly benefits humanity.
Well said. That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of cutting-edge technology.